My trip started flying from Budapest to Sofia, the capital and biggest city of Bulgaria. So, I'm in Sofia, Bulgaria, and this is the 12th day of my 2-month trip around Europe and Africa. Getting here from the airport was extremely easy. I just got the metro and I'm staying in an Airbnb right now, which is great because usually I stay in hostels. I stayed in a hostel in Berlin, then in Prague, and there's nothing wrong with hostels. It's fine, you get to meet people, it's fun, but sometimes you want a little bit more comfort. And I found this place for only £20 a night, which is amazing. So I'm gonna show you around quickly. So this would be the main room, which is everything. It's the living room and also the bedroom. It's quite nice. It's got a foldable bed that goes on the wall. It looked much nicer when I first got here, but I'm not unfolding the bed again. And everything here is super modern. For example, look at this. Magic. Actually, let's open it again because it's a little bit too dark now. And then over here we have the rest of the house. This is the kitchen. It's very nice. And one of my favorite things is that the cupboards are actually full of useful stuff. Got a nice fridge as well. I mean, it is quite empty, but I got here last night. And here we have like a little balcony. It's not really a balcony, but it's like a little area. It's actually really warm today. We have a mirror, and here we have the bathroom, which is my least favorite part. Mostly because of the sink, which is ridiculously small, and I can't brush my teeth or wash my face without making a mess. So I think from now, I'm just going to start using the kitchen sink for that. Also, when I want to brush my teeth or wash my face, I hit my head. But yeah, I really like this place. I'm very happy to be here and it's gonna be my home for the next 3 nights. So now let's go and explore Sofia. Sofia is home to 1.5 million people and it has been inhabited since the year 7000 BC. On my first day, I went on a free walking tour where they showed us some of the most iconic locations, like the ruins of the ancient city, the famous cathedral with a very interesting shape, the statue of Saint Sophia, and some of the most important buildings. The tour guide recommended a fast food restaurant. He said it was very good and cheap, which to be fair, it's all I can ask for. So that night I decided to try it and I wasn't disappointed. So today is my 3rd day here in Bulgaria. I went on a free walking tour where they took us to different restaurants where they made us try samples of Bulgarian recipes. I tried Bulgarian yogurt, which is actually the original yogurt. It's not quite like the Greek yogurt, it's more solid and also kind of sour. So I wouldn't say that was great. But then we went to a liquor store where they made us try a Bulgarian wine that Winston Churchill used to drink. And I liked it so much that I had to buy it. Then we also tried some vegan chocolate. And then my favorite was the last place where we actually had a seat. And we tried like garlic and roasted peppers and also a little Bulgarian liquor that is made out of herbs. That was really strong but really nice as well. Right now it's like almost 2 a.m. I have a very early start tomorrow morning. I think I need to wake up at 5:30 because I need to be there at 7, but it's okay. I'm sure it's gonna be worth it. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. Good night. On my last day in Bulgaria, I went on a tour. I paid around £150, which is a lot more than what I usually spend a day on this trip, but it was definitely worth it. The first stop was the Rila monastery, which is 73 miles from Sofia, situated in the Rila mountains. It was very pretty, picturesque and iconic. I am not religious, but it definitely felt very peaceful.
after that they took us to the Rila lakes. This wasn't a guided tour, so basically they left us there and told us to make our own way to the lakes and be back by 7 o'clock, or else we would have to make our own way to Sofia, which I suppose it could be terribly expensive. I paid for the airlift, which by the way you need cash for that, they don't take cards usually. So if you decide to visit the Rila lakes, make sure you take some of the local currency. And as I went up, I started to worry the weather wouldn't be on my side. I was absolutely right, by the way, it wasn't. It was rainy and extremely cold. And even worse, it was so cloudy that I couldn't even see the lakes. But I was already there, so I thought, well, I might as well walk. But before I started walking, I found this bar and I decided to eat as much as I could because years of experience of playing in the streets of London taught me that if you don't want to get cold, you better eat as many calories as you can. After staying in that bar for a lot longer than I should have, I started to head up the mountain. It was a very pleasant walk, and even though the weather could have been a lot better, it was still a great experience. A part of me, the most adventurous part of me, wanted to keep going up, but another part was absolutely terrified of getting lost or not making it back in time. And because it was so cloudy that I couldn't even see the lakes anyway, that part eventually won the argument. So I headed back, and I had about an hour to kill before they took us back to Sofia, so I had a beer. And that's the end of my trip to Bulgaria. The next stop is Athens, so make sure you subscribe and you check out my other videos because you're definitely gonna find them interesting. You can also follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you for watching, see you next time, bye!